This is Yamaha's bid to take a slice of the big adventure bike market, a market that's of course dominated by the BMW Y1200 GS. And I have to say, it shares a lot in common with the 1200 GS. Both bikes are twin cylinders, although while the BMW has its cylinders low and flat and the box are twin, this is actually a parallel twin. In terms of feel, you get a very similar response when you twist the throttle open, although I believe the Yamaha's are a little bit higher up on the power. Having said that, the Yamaha itself is a lot of fun to ride. It really is. It feels very light. Yamaha have done a great job of keeping the weight very, very low on the bike, and it really doesn't feel like a 1200cc bike that you're riding. It does pick up like any twin. It takes a little bit of time to respond to the throttle. You twist the throttle and you've got a little bit of lag. It kind of builds and builds and builds and then it starts pulling. I'd have to say you need to keep it above about 4,500, 5,000 RPM to actually make some serious progress on it. But even then you're going to rapidly run into the 7,500 RPM red line if you're too aggressive. But in that spread, the power builds very nicely and very quickly, and at no point do you feel rushed off your feet like you would with, say, a 1000cc inline 4 sport bike. Okay, so having talked about what I do like about the bike, it's time to talk a little bit what I don't like. The first is the windshield. It looks like it's an afterthought. There's a couple of brackets on the front here, but this free-floating piece of plastic is attached to. Now, it does its job. It must be said it does its job, and it does keep the wind off the body, and it gives you a nice little cocoon. The next thing that really annoys me about this bike is the side stand. What you have to do is literally lift that up with your leg, get underneath the tang, and push it out. After a couple of hours riding, this is not easy or intuitive. You know, most bikes you can just dig your heel in, get the tang, push it down, it's done. And I have to confess, I actually did almost miss getting my side stand down at one point and almost dropped the bike. And that's the kind of thing that goes wrong on a bike, and that's the thing you don't want to go wrong on the bike, because if it does, it's going to be on its side. Unlike a lot of big adventure bikes in the segment, the Yamaha is not overloaded with electronic gizmos and goodies. Like most bikes in the segment, it does have ABS, in this case a combined ABS. I believe they refer to it as unified braking, but it seems to me similar to Honda's combined ABS, where both brakes are applied when you need them if you apply the brakes aggressively. I didn't really notice any input at all from the traction control system. I was trying to ride pretty aggressively with this today. Not once did I feel it was robbing me of any power or preventing me from doing what I wanted to do, which is good. You do not want that in a traction control system. Overall, I'd have to say I did like the Ténéré. I had a great time riding it today. It felt very natural, it felt very simple and light and easy to maneuver. At no point did it give me any scares, but at no point did it put a massive grin on my face either. That may be because riding at 4 degrees Celsius isn't exactly the most fun you can have on a motorcycle.